Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about 5 simple ways that you can start your plant journey on a budget. I think we've all been there, where you're scrolling through Instagram and you see this beautiful terracotta wall. It's all green foliage and terracotta pot from ceiling to floor, and you just think, wow, that's beautiful and I'd love to have that in my house. And you kind of start to think, well, it can't be that expensive and I could totally DIY it. But then you start to look into it and it can get quite pricey, especially for the plants. As plants have become more popular, their demand has gone way up there. Creating that terracotta wall, that plant wall of your dreams, will now break your budget. But I'm going to share with you 5 simple ways today that you can start your plant journey, your collection, without breaking the bank or disrupting your budget. Because let's be honest, finances are very important. And plants, you'll learn how to take care of them. You'll learn you don't have enough windows, so you need to buy a grow light. You'll find cute pots that you want to put these plants in. Anyways, it can add up. Tip number 1 is to make friends. Which can be a little bit daunting, can be a little scary, but trust me, it's worth it. Having friends in the plant community is a wonderful way to build your collection. Getting to know the people around you in your county, in your city, who also love plants is a great way to maybe buy plants from them, from each other, swap or trade, and it can be very helpful. For example, my mom is a plant lady. She has loved plants my whole life. And when I moved out and got my first little apartment, she was able to gift me some of her propagations. So my mom has gifted me, for example, this Monstera Addisoni and quite a few of the plants in my collection, which I'm really grateful for. So that is a great way to not only obtain plants, but also a great way to learn and grow together. Ask them, hey, how did you grow your fiddly fig tree to be this big? Which I bought it at this size, I will not lie to you guys. Can we talk about this? I am not a fungus gnat, but thank you for doing your job. Which we have one fungus gnat on there. If you saw my last video, you would know. We're trying to capture them. One is good, I will take that. That was probably like the most annoying of all the fungus gnats that we have. There are some great tools and resources out there to get to know the people in your area who also love plants. My number 1 tool for this would be Facebook groups. It's a great way to find people in your area, as I've said like a million times. For example, I live in the state of Utah, and so I was able to find Utah plant groups. If you live in Kentucky, you can find Kentucky plant groups. That way you don't have to worry about shipping plants from one side of the country to the other, or from one country to another. And you can trade and swap plants there, ask them questions. I'm probably one of the most annoying people on my plant group pages because I'm constantly uploading pictures of my plant saying, hey, what's wrong with this? Hey, what's going on with my plant? Please explain this to me. Tip number 2. This tip might sound a little weird at first, but trust me, hear me out, it'll make sense in the end. You bring home your giant fiddly fig plant. This is her. We love her. And you bring it home. This one cost me $50, which was an amazing deal. I got it at Costco. And you bring it home, and within 2 or 3 months it dies. Well, you still want to have a fiddly fig in your collection. But the research wasn't done, you didn't know how to take care of it, and it died. You know what happened? It's the circle of life. As sad as it is, they're plants, they're living things, they're gonna die. But if you do your research, figure out what this plant needs, what its requirements are, and how to take care of it, you'll be able to keep the plant alive, keep it thriving, then propagate your plant, and you'll end up saving money because you won't have to go out and continuously be buying new plants. I understand the need to add different types of plants to our collections, but you won't need to be replacing the ones that you've killed. I learned my lesson with ferns. I brought them home. I got them at a grocery store. I didn't know what they were. I didn't even know they were ferns, truthfully. I just brought them home, put them in bright, indirect light, and never watered. Ferns like low light and to be moist, and moist soil. They're dead now. They're dead. It's sad, but they're dead. Tip number 3, we've already kind of mentioned this and brought it up, but propagating. Propagating is a great way to expand your plant collection. It's also a great way, like I said, to share with friends, to strengthen that bond with those people. This one I'm so excited about. I keep showing it to everyone. This is my Monstera deliciosa. I currently have 3 in my collection, but this one will just be a really good example because the nodes are easy to see. So to propagate a plant, you need to cut that bad boy up. So this one I got from a nursery. I just asked. They had a giant, wild, crazy Monstera plant, and I was like, hey, can I have a cutting of that? And they were like, sure, it's $6. And I was like, perfect. So these ones were actually one cutting. They were together somehow, like this, I think. But then I cut them the other day, so now I have 2 of them. Because all you need is the node, which is this portion right here, and the leaf. You stick it in water, in soil, in moss, and just kind of wait. Keep an eye on it. Change the water out once a week, maybe once every other week, to prevent fungus and bacteria growing in there, any kind of rot. You don't want that. And roots will come out of the node. And from there you'll have several new plants, which is really quite exciting. So yeah, so this is my Monstera. Isn't she beautiful? Very exciting. Oh, another point about propagation. If your plant is dying, if you see, it's going downhill, parts of it are yellowing, you're just like, hey, this is it, this is the end. If you can find those nodes, clip them, and propagate them, you can not only save that plant, but also have more little babies of that plant. Propagation, we love it. Number 4, this tip is about paying attention to where you buy your plants. There's lots of local places, like I said, Facebook groups. They have Facebook groups specifically, I can never say that word. They have Facebook groups specifically for selling plants. Which is so much fun, and as well, you get them at a pretty good deal. Check out small nurseries, local nurseries near you. This Monstera that I got is from a nursery here just in the city next to us. They have transitioned from houseplants over to cut flowers, so they focus more on doing that rather than selling houseplants. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, and like I said, I got this Monstera for $6. I ended up getting 2 of them for $6. And normally you would go online to like Etsy or maybe a different plant nursery and you'd get it for like $20 or $30. So check local plant nurseries, and don't be afraid to ask for cuttings, but make sure you do so politely. Even when asking friends. If you ask a friend for a cutting and they say no, that's it. No means no. We love our plants. Our plants are our babies, and some of them we just don't want to share. and that's okay. So don't be rude. Etsy, I've found, is a great resource. I've bought a few alocasias from there. I bought I can't ever say the first word, but the tetrasperma. I bought one of those. They haven't come in the mail yet, but we will have an unboxing video soon of that. Don't be afraid of big box stores like Walmart or Home Depot, Lowe's. They will generally have pretty good prices, and their plants might not always be in the best conditions, but it's a great place to go as well. So don't always jump to like eBay or, I don't know. You can always find good deals everywhere. Yeah. Okay, tip number 5. You do not need the most fancy, the most expensive pots to put your plants in. My tip for you is to go to the thrift store, and you can find great little pots there. You can find cool dishes, bowls, anything like that, really, baskets. Walmart and Target also have really good ones. This white pot that my monsteras and my mom got from Walmart, it's super cute, very simple, has a cool little design on it, some cool textures, has drainage. Always keep your plant in the grow pot inside of there. Then as the plant grows, it's easier to move around, easier to water. It's just easier, I promise. I got this one at the dollar spot at Target. And you also don't really need to find these little ceramic pots. You can also get clear plastic trays to stick underneath your plant to protect the furniture. Or I even have little salad dishes that I bought on like crazy clearance. Like these are like 50 cents because the store was closing. You can even find little salad plates like this at the thrift store and be able to just put that under your plant to catch any of the water that's draining out. My last, not exactly a tip, but little thought. A lot of people in the plant community decide to make their own soil, which is awesome. That is amazing. But I personally, I just buy this cactus mix, which I love. It is fast draining. It seems to have all the nutrients that my plants need, and my plants are healthy and happy and they thrive. And I know that I like to baby my plants. I'm a bit of an overwaterer. So the cactus mix is great because it'll drain the water out quickly, and I won't worry about overwatering my plants. So know your watering tendency, know what you have time for. Buying this bag of soil was like $5 and it meets my needs, rather than going out and buying all of the little things to add to your soil mixture. So that's just my thought. I honestly think it's amazing the people who have time to do that. I just personally don't, so I choose not to. But anyways, that is all I have for this video. Those are my 5 little tips on starting your plant journey on a budget. I hope that you can start your plant journey and find the love that so many people have found in keeping house plants and watching them grow and thrive. And comment down below what you did in order to maybe save some money on your house plants, or where do you like to shop for house plants. Like this video if you want to see more content like this, and I will keep uploading videos. Have a great day and a good week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!